Yes, hello and a very warm welcome. I'm Tom Lee, and this is Festival Focus, the one-stop shop for a quick update on all the notable performances as we look ahead to the big spring festivals. And joining me to run the rule over those names in the frame, no less than a Grand National winner. Welcome, David Mullins.
Hey, Tom. Great to be here.
Well, good to have you on board because there's been a lot happening, and it's not every mover and shaker, but it's the ones that you and I think have really caught the eye and could be a presence to be reckoned with come March and April 2023. First up, look back to the weekend, the Down Royal Champion Chase. A horse who now is a 7-time top-level winner, twice a winner at the Cheltenham Festival, and when he's on song, he is a force to be reckoned with, and then some. Envoi Allen. What did you make of him as he led them a merry dance and delivered for the De Bromhead team there in the north?
I thought he was impressive. Maybe over 3 mile, everyone would have had doubts about him getting the trip, and to outstay Kemboy, who wasn't slowing coming to the line, and to do that, I thought it was very decent.
I know it's a long way away and there's lots of water to go under the bridge, but the bookies would like to have you believe that at this moment in time, as you and I chat, he's something like Tom for the Ryanair or double those odds for the Gold Cup. If you had to choose now, and obviously lots will happen between now and the spring, but would he be a Ryanair or a Gold Cup horse?
I don't know. It's hard to say. You'd have to go again at 3 mile to see if he hit the line the same way he did in Down Royal. But I'd say it's whichever way connections want to go. It didn't look like he was stopping to me.
Well, if he's not a yes or a no, he's a maybe. What about Exeter on Friday? One of my favourite races is the Holden Gold Cup, a limited handicap on an undulating track, and yet after the race, Paul Nicholls, no less, multiple champion trainer, drew comparisons with the great Denman's 2009 Hennessy performance after Greaneteen led them a merry dance under top weight. He's now something like, depends on where you shop around, but 16 to 1, 20 to 1 for the champion chase. Having won a handicap of 168, I want to ask you 2 things, David. First of all, in a division where you've got the real heavyweights, the Shishkins, the Energumens, the rising force of Gentleman de May, is he a serious presence even at the top table with a view to potentially the Sandown Parks, the Cheltenhams, maybe a trip to Ireland, and also the way he attacks his fences and likes to get on with it? If you were still riding, surely this is exactly the type of horse that you love to be on board, getting on with it up front, attacking.
Yeah, he's obviously a great spin. He's a great jumper and travel as well. He does them things simple, but no, I'm not a fan. I know he's won his Tingle Creek and he's a top grade 1 performer. But he's winning a handicap to me. It doesn't mean anything. I got caught on brain power. He won the Ladbroke in Ascot, or what it is now. I'm not sure. I think it was the Ladbroke back then. And Champagne West, I won the test days on him off 11-12. I think it was as well. It's handicap form doesn't translate, in my opinion. I don't ride into it. That was a bit of work. I think it was only him and Dallas, was that the other Paul Nicholls horse that showed up. But Dan Skelton's horse, I don't think he showed up. He was too bad to be true. And Warlord, I don't know. It looked like a piece of work. It wasn't a proper handicap. It wasn't a Paddy Power. It wasn't a TS Days or a big proper handicap. You know, it's there was 4 or 5 runners, and I don't think 2 of them showed up.
Well, I like the forthright opinion because we've had a maybe with Envoi, we've had a no with Greaneteen. What about on your side of the water? A horse who got a few pulses quickening, I think, with quite a slick display. He wasn't perfect. He made 2 mistakes in the beginner's chase at Down Royal on Friday, but he's single figure odds for the Turner Novices chase. I think he's only about 12 to 1 for the Arkle. The horse I'm going to bring up here is the novice Mighty Potter for Gordon Elliott, who had 4 winners at Down Royal on Friday. And this guy got plenty of people talking. What do you make of him?
I thought he was good. I think he can jump. He just seems to be a bit big and they kind of get in his way a bit. I think he's going to have to bang his head though once before he learns. No doubting his ability at all, and I'd love to be on him in the Turners. Yeah.
Interesting. And finally, I'm going to sign off and say that I've got a horse here to put into the mix who, not unlike yourself, in a short career at a young age, has achieved an astonishing amount. A horse who was third in last year's Triumph, a horse who's already won twice this season, and a horse who's got a great strike rate. That's Pied Piper, who I know he probably beat nothing in the North, but he's got race fitness already well and truly rubber stamped for the season. And surely at the age of 4, rising 5, can only improve. 14 or 16 to 1 for the champion hurdle. Pied Piper.
Pied Piper's an interesting one. Normally, juveniles as 5-year-olds, I think they don't really show up till maybe they're 7 and they want 3 mile then. To me, they're not. It's not a trial. The Triumph hurdle for the champion hurdle. I haven't seen. Our Connor was the closest horse that got near a champion hurdle horse really since Catch It. I don't like Vauban and I don't like Fieldor. But I do like this guy for some reason. I think he has a lot more strength than normal for a juvenile, for a 4-year-old. And I think he maybe over Christmas in Leopardstown or something like that, or wherever they decide to go with him, be it the fighting fifth or whatever. I think this horse could have an interesting campaign.
David Mullins, thank you. Brilliant analysis, great assessment. David and I will be in the same place at the same time next week for Festival Focus. Join us then.